Hey guys, Richard here with eBike Reviews and Adventures. Today we're at Elafaya State Park and we're going to be hitting the trail, and we're going to be using the Zota Zephry here to do that with. We're just going to go out on trail and see how it performs, just generally just have a good time. We're not going to be hitting some really difficult trails today. It's going to be light to moderate, and yeah, let's just see where we end up. Okay, we are almost rigged up here, and I want to show you what we have going on. So this is the Zota Zephry today, and we are going to be testing out this brand new seat that we just received, compliments of Giddy Up. So we're going to be doing a full review on this next week, but we got it out here today. We're going to test it out, maybe along with a couple others, and just see how it does. Now we got this mounted on a Zoom suspension post, and we're going to be testing that out also. Now for today's ride, we do have the DJI action camera mounted to the rear of the bike, and as I usually ride, I have a DJI camera mounted to the chest, so we can hopefully get some good footage today. This beautiful park. Let's get going. Okay guys, so we're going to talk for a second here now that we've gotten out on this trail a little bit. We're hitting some really large roots going across the trail, and I've got to tell you, I'm not feeling much at all. And you know, part of that is the forks on the bike do a nice job. The tires are doing a great job of absorbing some of the impact, and also the seat as well as the seat post. So a combination of all of those, I'm not getting jarred around, bounced around too much at all. It's just rolling right over these bumps and also these larger root systems that I've come across. So far I'm really impressed with how this bike handles off-road with this current setup. This is just a lot of fun. This is a blast. Now I've taken my Basalt on the same trail when I first got to Basalt, and you know, it was fun, but that's just a little too much bike for a trail like this. But a smaller bike like this, a folding e-bike, you know, with 20-inch tires, not the big 26-inch tires, it's just performing far beyond my expectations. I didn't think that a 20-inch tire, fat tire bike would do so well on some of these hard bumps and root systems that I'm going across. So this is nice. I'm enjoying this. Now something that Zota did with this bike, and you didn't really notice it before when I did that initial review, but I can definitely tell out here on the trail, and that is how it's geared. The power that they have selected for each pedal assist is just perfect. So pedal assist 1 keeps you nice and slow, and you need that in some areas of this trail because it gets really tough and really winding. Right now I've got it bumped up to pedal assist 3, and I'm still handling these tight curves and things just fine. I drove for a little while on pedal assist 2, and again, the speed was just perfect. I didn't feel like the bike was trying to get out of control with me and just take off like I did the Basalt. The Basalt is just geared too high, and you give it just a little bit of juice and it just wants to take off and go. Where this one is, I'm in control of the bike, is how I feel. Now, one of the things I forgot to do before we left that I had planned to do, and that is I was going to get a little bit of grease, actually probably petroleum jelly, and I was going to stick it at at the joint on the handlebar stem where it folds, because right now you have a painted surface up against a painted surface, and so you can hear that snapping kind of creak sound. And the same thing with where the bike folds in the middle. A little bit of a hill, no problem with that hill. Where the bike folds in the middle, it's a painted surface up against a painted surface, and so it's got just a smidgen of rub. And so I should have added a little bit of grease this morning and forgot all about it. I was too excited to get out on the road and get out here on the trail. Wow, this is such a fun ride. So much more fun than an overpowered basalt that I have. Got the wind blowing pretty good today. I'm not sure how much of that you're picking up on camera, but more roots. I'm just rolling right up and over these roots, guys. No problem at all. Part of this trail is sand. I'm not sure how much you're picking up on that. In some areas, it gets a little thick, like right there, it gets a little thick. The bike is just rolling right through it without any hesitation. So that is nice. And I'm not sure if you can see the display, but we're averaging about 8 miles an hour going through here. Here's some more thick sand. So I've only been out at this park, I don't know, 3 times or something now, I suppose, but it was always with my basalt. And even though I had a good time, oh my goodness. Oh, I hit a big old stump. Oh, we'll see how well the tires hold up. That was a stump right in the middle of the trail that had some pretty sharp points on it. So far, don't hear any hissing sounds, so I think we're good. These are puncture resistant Kenta tires on this bike, so that helps. So I mentioned this Giddy Up seat in the beginning. Giddy Up sent me 2 seats to test and try out, and I'm using one today, and so far, I like it. I do detect a little bit of movement. Twisting on this trail, it's twisting a little bit on the seat post. And when I was just checking it out a little bit in the garage, I noticed the same thing. Oh, we got a lot of wind, guys. Sorry about that. It is a real windy day, and this is an open spot right here. So when I was just kind of checking it out there in the garage, I did notice the same thing. So I tightened down the seat post as much as I could. And yeah, so I'm not sure if it's moving a little bit on the seat post or if it's just maybe a weak spot in the seat. I don't think so. It seems to be well made. But I really think it's the seat post. So I've already decided I'm going to swap it out and put it on a seat post like the ones I have in my Scoria and Basalt. The seat post is has a fixed head on top of it, so there's no chance of movement at all. Whereas the one I have right now, it's just the shaft that you have to clamp down onto, the bracket that's on the bottom of the seat. So I think that might be the issue. But that'll all come out in the review next week. And make sure you check out my channel next week and be looking for that review. Also next week, I'm going to be doing a review on some helmets. Now I know there's a lot of people that do helmet reviews. I've got my own thoughts on it. And I've got some budget helmets I want to show you. And I want to show you some of the problems with some of these, these budget-friendly helmets and some of the differences between them. And then show you my recommendation, what it is that I'm wearing. So we'll get to all of that next week as well. So I think we're getting close to the end of this trail system, if I remember correctly. And then we'll have some choices to make. Hello. Hi. All right, I think we're gonna go this direction. I haven't done this before. I have not done this trail, so this is new to me, so we'll just figure it out as we go. So the very first time I came out here to this park, just checking my rear camera, make sure it was still attached. The first time I came out to this park, I didn't know where I was going. The park is not very well labeled, and I ended up on a black trail. So I ended up on a black trail with my big, huge beast of basalt. And I'm not for that type of riding. I like easy riding to maybe moderate trails, but that'd be about it. And yeah, I ended up in places I did not want to be. As it turns out, there was a young teenager that came along. Well, he was with his family, but he ended up being the one that led me out of there, showed me how to get out and off that trail. Because, like I said, it wasn't very well marked. None of these trails are, so you just kind of have to learn your way. And I learned the hard way. How's it going? Good, thanks. Will do. So again, because this particular trail, I think this one's called Rock Garden, and I'm not familiar with it. I don't know how long it is, so I'm not sure where we're going to end up. Oh, nice. Well, this is washed out pretty good, so we got some pretty good bumps going on here. This bike is still handling it quite well, and it's still a comfortable ride with this giddy up seat, so I'm real happy with that. What I'm not too happy with is not knowing for sure where I'm at. Oh, another nice bridge, nice. And if this trail was called Rock Garden, I'm not seeing a whole lot of rocks, so I question that. But hey, it's going to lead us somewhere, and wherever somewhere happens to be, we'll end up. Up and over. No sweat. And this one too. Let's go up there. It's a little easier. Nice. So this bike has lots of torque. I'm not sure what the torque rating was on it, but it's performing well. I'm not having to put a lot of effort into it at all to get it up and over some of these obstacles I've encountered. We'll take the high side here, up and over some of those bumps. Nice, very nice. So maybe this is why it's called Rock Garden. So I'm not too keen on going up and over these, but I'll do that. Wow. I can't imagine riding this trail with the standard seat that comes with most e-bikes. It's just too hard. And with no suspension seat post, I can see where someone would come out here once and say, I'll never do that again. but having a comfortable seat. Let's talk about that now, because I've been riding for a while. This seat is nice and comfortable. You know, the firmness feels almost the same as any other standard seat, if I was honest with you. But the fact that it's so much bigger, it just gives your tush so much more support that it's actually really comfortable to be riding on. I'm really enjoying all these little bridges on this particular trail. That's real nice. Ooh, those were a little rough. Up, down. I like this trail. I knew about it before, I just never came over here and found it. But I am really liking this trail. So Alafia River State Park, they have easy trails, moderate trails, and then they have the Black Diamond trails. And this is actually considered an easy trail, but I think that standard is many years old, and with all the washout and all the root systems that are exposed, myself, I would think this would be a moderate trail. This isn't something I'd want to take young kids on. I wouldn't say that it's very family friendly. How's it going? All right, let's see where we're at here. You are here. And on the left. Let's go back and get some water. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the trailhead for the moment before we head out again. And I'm gonna do this again. Now here's a pretty big hill. We're gonna use our throttle on this and see how well we do. A little more effort to get up this hill. Come on, you can do it, Zota. Yeah, we made it. Hot dog. All right, let's see. I think I know where I'm at now, and I want to be going this direction. Pretty sure. This is the, this is Turtle Track. So this is a trail called Turtle Tracks, and it's kind of like a maintenance road. And it's a multi-use, so you can go in either direction, and anybody can use it, whether you're walking or biking or on horseback. And it kind of goes around, kind of like the perimeter of the park. So we're going to take this and follow it back around to the trailhead and close this video out. Okay guys, so that was outstanding. So here's a couple of thoughts, final thoughts for you real quick about the Zota Zephry and how it performed. And if you heard me on trail, I hope you did, but really impressed. This is my first time going off trail with a 20-inch tire bike, and the Zota, I tell you what, it performed very well doing that. The time that I've had the Zota now and all the riding that I've been doing around my neighborhood, down the street, those kind of places on hard surfaces, it's performed very well. I haven't had any issues at all with it. Very happy with its performance. One thing that is a little different on this bike than some of the other bikes, and I'm not sure if I noted this in my first video, but that is the throttle. The throttle is designed so when you give it throttle, it takes off real slow. And so you got that slow progression as you're moving up into the top speed for that particular pedal assist that you're on. And I like that sometimes. Sometimes I just want to have the oomph to hit the throttle and go. But what this one is providing us is it's great for anyone who is a little unstable or who doesn't have the confidence of an e-bike. riding something like this that gives you that slow progression as you give it the throttle to get up to speed, I think is really good. And I live here in a retirement community, and so we have a lot of older population. And so when Matt, the owner of Zota, designed this bike, I think he probably had that in mind, because it's a tourist destination as well, but overall it's just the large population of older folks like myself getting up there. And you know, I think that was good on him for providing that feature. Let's see what else. There really isn't anything else about the bike I want to talk about. It's just it performed well. So hey, I hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe. Look for those videos I'm going to be posting next week about the seats and about the helmets. And until the next video, ride safe.